9. I got to give you your props.
Don't cheat me out of those last 3.
I got to give you your props. 9. That's amazing. You wrote something very touching and very loving about your mom, Anne, who had just passed away last week, and obviously our condolences to you. You talk about her and her life from working as a secretary and selling Avon to help ends meet, and I understand she was 97 years old. And you write a little bit about a lesson that you learned, a financial lesson as well, if you will, from that experience, a teachable moment. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so here it is. Let's go back a few years now to 1981, when I was my first full year as a financial advisor working at Merrill Lynch at the time. And my father had just died. My mother was 66 years of age at that time, only 5 years older than I am right now, Suzanne. So I go to my mom. I said, Mom, I am telling you, I want to buy you a long-term care insurance policy. It will cost us $4,000 a year. I can afford that. Mom, I filled it out. Just sign here and we'll be fine. She said, no, Susie, I'm never going to need that. I said, no, Mom, you don't understand. Women can live into their 90s, and if something happens, this will really save us a lot of money. 7 times, Suzanne. 7 times I filled out that paperwork for her. 7 times I sent it to her for her to sign, and every time she said, I'm never going to get old, I'm never going to need it, and refused. Here's the bottom line. For 7.5 years now, she's been in an independent living facility, or was, I should say, in Pompano Beach, Florida. And I've had full-time care around the clock for her, which is why she was able to stay there. It has cost me anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 a month for the past 7.5 years, so averaging about $25,000 a month to keep her the way she should have been kept, and with respect and dignity. If she had simply signed that paperwork, it would have saved me over $1 million.
So a lesson certainly for everybody else who might be in a situation like that. You say obviously women live longer than men, and the women often have the role as primary caregivers. What should women do to be prepared, to prepare themselves for retirement?
Well, what you do to prepare yourself for retirement is, number one, if you can afford it, not only today, but all the way till you're 85, which is the average age of entry into a nursing home, please look into long-term care insurance. It is vitally important. But besides long-term care insurance, ladies, each and every one of you not only needs a will. Fine, who cares about that? You need a living revocable trust with an incapacity clause in it. Because if something happens to you, forget dying. Let's say you have a stroke, you're incapacitated. Who's going to pay your bills? Who's going to write your checks for you? A power of attorney becomes void the day there's an incapacity. So you want a living revocable trust with an incapacity clause in it so that somebody can sign for you right away. You want to own your home outright. You don't want to have many bills. You want to know that you could be self-sufficient, because I got news. I think your baby boomer children that you thought maybe be able to take care of you, they've lost their jobs. They don't have any money. So women, you have to know how to save yourselves.